Get some that are firm, but kind of squishy, like a peach. And I need about 25 to make 2 jars of figs. And there it is. Depending on the thickness of the fig is how large I make the chunks. I like a chunky fig preserve. Some people like it thinner, and that's okay. That's up to you. This is a little harder, so I'm going to cut it a little into thinner strips. And I transfer it to see how many cups I'm going to have. This should get me about 3. I like to cut in big chunks because I just like the taste of it and the feel of it in your mouth. It has a great texture when you do that. So now I'm going to add what I need in there, which is about, this came up to 4 cups, 3.5, 4 cups. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of cinnamon in this on top. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of Mexican vanilla, is what I use. Mexican vanilla on that. Just a couple of splashes of cloves goes in for taste, and just a spit of ginger. This was not my grandmother's original recipe, but this, so I just put it in there just to give it, because it helps me with arthritis. I'm going to put the lemon for the acidity taste and to kind of balance off all that sugar that goes in there. I just cut off the end, just like, why do you cut off the end of the bread? Because Mama did it. I just cut off the end of that. Okay, then I'm going to get 2 nice middle slices, actually. I'm not going to use that one. That's too small. I'll eat that one later. I'll take this one and this one. And that's it. And then I'm going to add it to the figs. That's all I'm going to do. Let me take this out. So, take out that. Take out the little seeds. Okay. I'm Lainey, and I'm about to make my family's fig preserves. We have a huge tree in our backyard. It's about 20 feet high. I have people stopping and asking if they can pick figs from it, and I absolutely tell them take as many as you want. I've learned to make fig preserves. I make baklava with figs. I put figs in spice cake, and I give it to my friends. I bottle it up and I hand it to them, and this is their present for June and July. First, I turn the heat on. I don't put it all the way. I kind of watch for it with my chambers on. Gotta watch it. There it is. Okay. Now I'm going to take the mixture that we made over there, and I'm going to pour it into my pan. There it is. Get it all in. There it goes. And the last thing I'm going to do is put the sugar on the top. Now this is about 3.5, 4 cups. I'm going to put, the recipe says to do equal amounts. I think it's too much, so I'm going to put 3 cups. This is only one, and I'll put in another one. I'm putting the 2nd cup in. I also have, I did have a 1/4 cup of brown sugar in with that sugar. Okay, so that gives it a different kind of flavor, and the texture of it is different. So now we wait for about 20 minutes for this to boil down and get thick, and then I'll show you what we do to know it's finished. It's important when you first put it on to be stirring constantly. You can't leave it, and it takes about 25 minutes to get this done, sometimes 20, depending on the amount of figs that you have in the pan. Okay, the sugar is starting to melt now, and it's becoming more liquid. So at this moment, you really have to, you cannot leave it. You have to keep stirring it and stirring it. So it's a little time consuming, but that's what you have to do. Now I'm checking to see if it's ready. You bring it up and let this drizzle down, and when it does that, it's ready. Now I'm going to take out the lemon that was in there, and I'm going to let it cool off and sit here, and I'm going to eat it later. Candied lemon, delicious. Now I'm going to pour it into my clean jars. Yum. As much of the fig in there as you can. There we go. And voila.